I'm from Simcoe Natural Foods, and today I am making a creamy white kidney bean dip with black garlic.
Sounds good. I can't wait. Let's get started. It's Dave Scott from the Hub. Thanks, Leigh, for joining me again this month and bringing another recipe to the table. I think the folks that watched our show last month really enjoyed it. So I'm excited. And you gave me a heads up on this, and I checked it out. It looks delicious.
Yes, it's creamy. It's sort of sweet and tangy from the garlic, which is sort of counterintuitive to what you expect from garlic. But when it's an aged black garlic like this, it becomes sweet and tangy, and it sort of pairs nicely with the white beans because they have a mild flavor, so it really picks up the garlic flavor.
Really? Because when you said black garlic, my first thought was it would be stronger, eh? You know what I mean? But you say it's sweet and tangy?
Sweet and tangy and creamy. It's
Oh,
spreadable, but it's more medicinal than regular garlic. So its antioxidant power goes up about 3 times. It lowers cholesterol. It's cardioprotective, good for your brain. It's really amazing.
and does it? You said that it fermentates. Is that what it does? You were
Yeah,
saying
it's
earlier?
fermented. It's actually been grown locally in Walsingham at Dancing Pig Farms, and they have the technology there to age it, so it's a temperature and humidity controlled environment.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's really interesting.
So that's going to bring out the flavor today.
Brings out the flavor, yeah.
Perfect. All right. So what are we doing here?
So you need a food processor, and you want to get a can of white kidney beans. This is a 19-ounce can. Drain and rinse your beans. Toss those in the food processor. And then for the garlic, I use the whole bulb.
The whole bulb?
Garlicky. You can experiment with it, and you can taste along the way and decide what you like. But you can see that they come right off.
Yep.
And then here's the garlic inside the husk.
Oh, man.
Comes right out.
Yeah.
And it's creamy.
You just toss that in there.
I'll just toss those in there. And then I've got 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. You can do fresh, or we also have this organic pure lemon juice in a jar. And it's really easy and quick.
So does the acid in the lemon juice cut it to bring out the flavor better?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is this something you would eat? I mean, is this something for the kids, or is this something you enjoy?
This is something that I really like to eat. I take it in my lunches when I go to work, or I have it as a snack in the afternoon, or if I'm entertaining, maybe you're doing a charcuterie board and you want to have something fun and unique there, you can share that with family and friends.
Where do you work?
Simcoe Natural Foods.
There it is. Get the plug in.
Yeah.
All right.
There and shared it recently too. So yeah, it's fun to try new things, right? And share it with people. And also I'm gonna add some really good EVOO or extra virgin olive oil. And I've got one that is cold pressed and made in Greece.
Oh, wow.
And the people they harvest and press it themselves and bring it right back to us at the store every year. So that's pretty awesome.
That probably adds to the creaminess, doesn't it? A little bit of olive oil.
Yeah. And you can add more if you like a thinner consistency. So you can really experiment with it as well. But I've got 2 tablespoons of it. And it's nice and green, so that means it's really rich in antioxidants as well. So this is got high fiber, so it's just all good for your heart, really good for lowering cholesterol. That in there. And then just salt and pepper. I do half a teaspoon of salt. I use the real salt, which again it's from the Utah Salt Flats. So it's a really pure mineral-rich salt. And no microplastics because it's not from the ocean. It's an inland sea.
Oh,
source.
Good to know.
Yeah.
And all these products are available at Simcoe Natural Foods, correct?
Definitely.
Okay.
Yep. I like to get things from there and experiment with them at home. So
So we're going to make some noise now. We're going to get this thing.
yeah, so you want to blend it for about a minute.
Okay.
Scrape it down and you can taste it. Pretty good.
It's surprising, how creamy that's going to become. I'm always amazed at how it just liquefies like that.
Yeah, it's pretty convenient that way.
And the white beans are really good for you. I don't think enough people recognize the value of beans in their diet.
Yes, and I know not everybody likes beans, but the white beans have like a very mild flavor, so it's easier to eat them. Like black beans have a stronger, nuttier sort of taste, and they overpower things. But this is nice for a dip because it's very mild. Get the rest of the garlic in there.
And when we get this done, you'd mentioned to me too, do you make your own crackers?
Oh yes, I made some spelt flour crackers as well to go with it, and I made them savory because this is sort of sweet and sour. So I like to add cumin, and I use nutritional yeast in them as well.
Okay.
This is super high in B vitamins, and it has almost like a cheese-like flavor.
Ooh.
Pretty cool.
Talk to me a little bit about spelt flour. I don't really know much about it.
So spelt flour is an ancient grain. It's a whole grain as well. It does contain gluten, so it's not gluten-free, but it has more protein and it has more vitamins and minerals than regular wheat flour. And it's generally non-GMO, so it hasn't been genetically modified.
Is spelt flour less gluten than the regular? No? Okay, I was just curious. All right.
It's about the same. So what's nice about it is you can replace wheat flour 1-to-1 with spelt flour.
Okay, good.
Yeah, and it has a bit of a sweet flavor, so it makes good desserts as well. So
The nice part is too, with your dip, you can use carrots, celery, cucumber, whatever, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be crackers.
yeah, exactly. Anything goes. And I usually when I serve it, I'll pour more olive oil on top and sprinkle some paprika on top, and it looks nice that way. You put more lemon juice on, or pine nuts, or sunflower seeds, anything like that.
Oh, pumpkin seed would be nice too.
Yeah,
Ooh.
olives. You could put an olive tapenade on top of it, so you can really play with it.
We shouldn't do this show before lunch. You know that?
Yeah.
Last month I was starving. Now I'm like already getting hungry again. And it's fun though. I mean, that's the whole point of it, right? To eat healthy and get the best value for your buck. And I don't think enough people eat healthy. So I enjoy when we get an opportunity to sort of look at what we can help them with to sort of change their diet a little bit and come to the store, come to Simcoe Natural Foods and see you and see Laura and try these different products out.
And there's several of us there actually. There's a few of us girls, and we're all really knowledgeable, and we're really happy to help wherever you're starting out on your health journey. So say you just need to lower your cholesterol and you don't know what high fiber foods to eat or when or where to get them, we can help you with all kinds of things like that. And
all right,
so taking those baby steps, right?
Yeah. So what's next? We put this in the food processor, we get it all done.
Yes. So add your salt and pepper. Now, when you blend it a second time, you can scrape it down and then taste it. And if you want more lemon, if you want more salt to taste, that's totally up to you. You can play around with it. And then when it's done, the black garlic is well blended in. It doesn't look black.
Okay.
It looks like this.
Oh, wow. Yeah, the color. Can you move your front hand there? I just want to take a better look. Oh, wow. Yeah. And that's your spelt flour chips?
These are the little crackers.
Yeah.
So really simple. It's just spelt flour, water, olive oil, and sea salt.
Perfect.
You mix it together until it forms a dough, and then you roll it out on a floured surface until it's very, very thin.
Yeah.
You can cut whatever shapes you like and bake it in the oven at 350 for about 18 to 20 minutes till they're golden brown, and that's it.
The dip looks really simple. How long does it take to make?
Oh, 10 minutes maybe. Yeah,
Can of
it's
beans.
really,
You got all your stuff in front of you. Boom, 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 right?
if you wanted to make it from dried beans, then it would take a lot longer.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Very good point.
It's going to be convenient, right? Like if you're making it for your lunch or just entertaining.
And what's what's the shelf life in the fridge? Would you get 3 to 5 days out of this, like for lasting?
Oh yeah, just about 3 to 5 days in a sealed container because you don't want it
Okay.
to dry out on
No.
top. And you can pour more olive oil on top of it whenever you get it out and serve it as well. And that keeps it nice and
For
moist.
some reason, I keep thinking that would be really nice spread out on a bun,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a gluten-free bun, of course. I'm just saying.
You could use it the same way you use hummus. You could use it as a base in your pita if you're gonna have a like a falafel pita or a sandwich. You could spread it on there just like mayonnaise and eat it that way too. So
And one more thing, I want to touch base because you brought up twice antioxidants and how important it is. Let's talk for a second about that and what that relationship is to you and your food.
So the more antioxidants we can get in our diet, the better, because free radical damage is sort of rampant in all of our systems, especially as we're aging and we're exposed to a number of chemicals in our environments every day, and that causes free radical damage. And it's a proven fact that free radical damage is what increases your risk for cardiovascular disease because your cholesterol goes up in order to protect your arteries from the free radical damage. So if you can
Yeah.
reduce that in the first place, you're less likely to have high cholesterol. So the antioxidants protect all the arteries and cells in your system. And then if you're getting lots of fiber in your diet, then you're able to eliminate the excess cholesterol that you don't need. So that's the other side of the coin.
The other point that I liked is there was no sugar in this,
No,
right?
no, none whatsoever.
And
And it's
that's
not really sweet because of the
yeah.
garlic. So
I again, I didn't know about black garlic and the taste. Like we were talking off air, folks, and I just said I'm not much of a garlic guy. But then when you were explaining this to me, I want to try it. Like now, I'm like, okay, now it's maybe more along my palate's lines. That and
yeah,
garlic's and like you said, garlic is so good for you. Like
it's
you
so
need
good,
it.
especially if you have the ability to get local organic garlic. It's got so much more nutrition. It hasn't been irrigated during the process of traveling over the border. Like a lot of our garlic actually comes from China, so you have to be mindful of
I
that.
didn't know that.
Yeah,
Wow,
if you look in the grocery store, you can find local garlic, but a lot of the stuff in those netting bags is from China.
I didn't know that. I'm
Yeah,
gonna well, and yeah, my kids love garlic, so I'm gonna bring that up to them and just mention this because that's kind of critical. You want the best product you can get, put into your system for sure. So Simcoe Natural Foods, the website, people can go there and check out all this product online, and if they want to order it, they can. I believe you guys your website's up and running, and they can get this stuff there or stop in the store. It's on the Queensway in Simcoe and see you. Anything else you want to share today?
Well, I was going to say also, if you don't have your hands on black garlic, you could roast a bulb of garlic yourself, and you can use roasted garlic too. And it's just as good. It just has a different, more roasted garlic than the sweet, tangy flavor, but it's still delicious and still good for you that way as well.
Yeah, because we were talking too. There might be something else you might like besides garlic, and I was trying to think of something. So I did think of one, and you can say yes or no. Dill. Could you use dill?
Yes, definitely.
That'd
Yeah,
be a nice flavor, wouldn't it?
yeah, and onion flakes and dill,
Yeah.
um, more like a ranch style with pepper. Yeah, you could do that as well. So anything goes. You can just start with the base and play around with it. And the lemon juice is probably a must, though. That
Yeah, it cuts.
go well
Yeah,
with it. Yeah.
cuts the acidity, so it brings out that flavor. I think we mentioned that earlier. So there's lots of good things, and like you said, and people check out Cooking with Naturally, because that's your show, and I get to be the wonderful co-host. So I'm going to let you go and enjoy your creamy treat you made today and enjoy it. How's that?
Thank
Uh,
you.
and
Thanks
you're
for
gonna
asking again.
Yeah, and you're gonna send me the recipe, so we'll get it out in this month's hub. It'll be in the March hub, like last month's. And enjoy, folks. Check it out on YouTube. You can watch the cooking show that we do. It's always fun, and I always learn something, so it's good for me. Thank you for taking the time today.
Thank you. Bye.